Hello, everybody. I see Stephen Andrews, number one and number two are here. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, sorry, I got that. Good and beer.
I don't give out points for ads like Kim does.
Mm,
Mark Sauvé is here.
Mark away. Mm,
Actually, you're number two, Mark,
I can't
because
see
we
the
don't
chat
count ourselves.
before. I can't see the chat before that.
It was only CD Burlock, and that was a long time ago.
Thunderbird is here.
Hello, Thunderbird. Thank you for joining us.
Billy Carafano.
Hello, buddy.
No, no. Stop. Hard time.
And Todd Saw. Hello, Todd. How's everybody doing tonight?
My just are really long. They show up there and they take like half minute to show up here.
Why is everything so slow on all of our devices? I don't know.
Oscar, can I move over there?
Go over there. Go over there. No, go over there. Thank you.
Like I'm too far away from the microphone.
That red looks good on that car.
Yep. Todos says how Mexican Spec amigos. Robert says, doing good, thanks for asking.
Great.
Stray Bullet is here.
Hello, Stray Bullet.
What's up, Pete's Custom Car Shop.
Hey, Pete. What's going on in Minnesota? This is a really nice car. The white interior looks good. 4-speed manual transmission looks better. It's even got a stock steering wheel on it, which a lot of them do not. Fold down rear seat.
Robert says, nice Mustang other than the paint, not my favorite.
You don't like the dark red on Mustangs?
It's like a wine color, isn't it?
Yeah. That's the color I bought my brand new 2005 Mustang.
Believe yourself is here.
Hey, Believe.
I believe. They're saying hi to everyone.
Everyone. The blue of the engine doesn't match the blue of the air cleaner. That's good. So few of these Mustangs were automatics here. It's so nice to when you look at one of these, you know it's almost for sure going to be a manual.
Pete says it's hot here, and Michelle and I worked on the motorhome all day.
Wow.
Pete Stevenson is here, and he's like 8.5 kilos.
Hey, Bean. I thought you were 0.5. Where did the other 8 come in?
I don't know. Maybe he's feeling better today. Todd says, I really like to hear your feedback on the video and more so the automobile.
What video, Todd?
Mark says, that back seat rolls down.
Folds down, yeah.
Dean says, merciless self-promotion.
We all have to do that, Dean.
Thunderbird says, seems a little too deep of a red maybe. Not sure, but still nice.
I bet it sparkles in the sun. This one I gotta publish soon. Just too nice a car. Nice color inside and out. All original.
But the car says, only problem can't see out of back window on that body style Mustang.
That is very true. I had a 72 Cougar convertible, and with the top down, I could see out the back. But I wouldn't want a fastback for me.
Dean says, other likes came before me. Thunderbird says, oh, I like this dark. I love baby blue pink.
It looks good.
Todd says she missed a chat message today. Hold on, Todd.
I didn't see one. Hello, Michelle. Hope you're doing well tonight.
From you specifically, Todd?
I didn't see another. There's no other message here. Todd? Haven't we been through this before? We're on live chat, so
either YouTube said no to your message without notifying you, or you never sent it because it's not here.
no, it would give us the option to approve the message, and there's nothing like that here.
Michelle Daisy's here.
Yes.
CD Burlock's also back.
Hello, CD Burlock.
CD Burlock says, I chickened out on the spaghetti, ate a turkey dinner.
Then you turkey it out on the spaghetti.
Thunderbird says, been missing the UTG lives. It's been probably a month or two.
Yeah, I know. He had a video out today, and that was very interesting.
Dean says, hi, MD, I'll give you a daisy. Steve says, hi, Michelle. And Michelle says, wearing my hearing device and I can hear you all super clearly.
That's good. That is good.
I don't know if we had the same problem with Todd or with someone else, but we had the same problem before. Overlook says the rear window wings look right on the Dodge.
It looks like a Dodge Charger roof that they put on it. Pretty close. But maybe it gives the car more stability. You know, the slant six engine can run really fast, so you need the stabilizers.
Sorry, commercial. Michelle says, Pete and I moved the model home to the house spot, so we're glamping.
Really?
California says, did your spaghetti cook right this last night?
It did, but the previous boxes that I bought, it's like the spaghetti would
shrink and
would thicken. Yeah, it would swell up. But with this, it shrinks. So I'm gonna have to use more of it to get the same amount of food, basically.
Firefly is here and is playing into a basalt rock and uses over it.
Hello, Firefly. Are you back from your vacation from Minnesota?
Triple says, did you see that Steve Latham brought a new mini bike?
I didn't watch that video.
Firefly says, good evening all. Thunderbird says, I recently bought a part and was happy to see Made in Mexico again.
Oh, good.
Firefly says, I found my pebble. Oh, cute.
I found my pebble. You lost your pebble?
Steven Andrews says, Jamie started late, still going. Oh, okay.
That's fine. You can stay over there. He's more interesting than we are.
Thunderbird says, good evening, Firefly. Michelle says, I believe. Cerebral says, Tony got nitro choking in the grass.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting that everybody ran out and he goes back in to check a few things, not even worrying about it?
Todd says, I would love to get your feedback on the video and more so the automobile. I did put that message.
Yes, but what video, Todd? We need to know what video and what car.
Dean says, I have a loud bombing voice like a RCA vacuum bulb. Has too much fuzz and distribution. A nice two-stage conditioning algorithm will certainly be helping you, Michelle. Papa says, your vacation is done, got back late.
Oh, okay.
Papa says, I was on a mission to collect some rocks from Minnesota.
Oh, okay. Because when you said you found your pebble, I'm thinking back to the movie Hook. He lost his marbles. He really did lose his marbles.
Dean says, I'm like this. What? Loud? Silverlock says he fired up the blown nitro rail.
Yeah, he sure did. 3 times.
Pablo says, Happy number, Mexican Spec, and Daisy. Bullet says, Hi to Papa and Silverlock. Bullet says, Steve is going to ride his mini bike to the office tomorrow morning. He probably has an expired driver's license just like me.
He's an attorney. I seriously doubt he has an expired driver's license.
Todd says, that is the third time I have put it in.
Are you putting a link in, Todd?
You can't put links,
Todd. It doesn't allow you to put links in it. It erases it before we even see it. But we can't click on a link. I'm watching a television. I can't click on a link.
I mean, I could from over here, but no. Send her an email thought. It'll be better.
Faye says, I got Braden arrested for hitting me tonight. Oh my God. Why would he be doing that? That is not a good thing to do. I mean, the hitting you part. He needed to be removed from the house.
Everyone says, now I'm thinking about getting a mini bike instead of renewing my driver's license.
Check the rules in California because I think it's a tiny little engine you're allowed to have.
Firefly says, I ran out of time, so I couldn't make it to Pebble Beach on Lake Superior. I was 5 the last time I was there.
Oh, okay.
When the English is here,
Hello, Wendy.
they say, hi everyone, I'm folding laundry and watching. Faith Bernard says, I don't know. Tribula says, believe I was just in a live. Girl had a charging problem, has no car guys in her life.
How ridiculous.
Thunderbird says, I hear they got nice rocks in Minnesota. Miranda says, hola DDG, it's clear.
Oh, that's good. Only 26 minutes late.
Rafa says, next year's mission, Pebble Beach, Minnesota. Tribula says, just Tribula will do.
Firefly, I'll bet you it'll be cheaper than Pebble Beach, California.
But Firefly says, lots of granite and basalt in Minnesota. Tribula says, the cops won't be able to catch me on a mini bike Mexican.
No, the California cops aren't able to catch anybody no matter what they're riding or driving. That seems to be the case there. Don't go riding it through Arkansas though. That's not gonna you won't get away from them. And in Florida, they pretty much take you down too. Ian Stevenson, rare earths, silver, lead, and lots of other good stuff in various parts of California. Yes, the California Gold Rush. Remember that? 1849. I think the guy's name was John Sutter. He was one of the first ones there.
Are you burning tonight?
I hope so.
Oh, so that's 5 times now. You can't put a link. Are you trying to put a link?
It's not allowing you to put a link.
It will not allow you to put a link.
No. You have to be a mod in order to put a link up. And we don't have any mods here right now.
It says we have tons of gold here too, Dean.
Yes, gold.
There's gold in the mines.
In them there hills.
In their hills?
There's gold in them there hills. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say mines. I was supposed to say cards. Anyway, that says it's not a link.
Maybe okay. There's I don't have any blocked words or anything, but it's not showing up here.
Papa says, yep, I remember being surrounded by tons of flat, round basalt rocks on that beach. Not possible to cut yourself on that beach, despite no sand. However, you can burn the hell out of your feet. Developers make sense. Like, you've been to Monterey Bay?
No, I didn't spend much time in Central or Northern California. I'm sure I passed by there on the way down from Oregon though.
Chevrolet says, I still regret not buying that gold mine. Dean says, too many mods spoil the soup.
That's absolutely true. Like on Buff's lives.
Steven Andrews says, I need 2 feeds because we do keeps interrupting with commercials now.
Oh. Yes, we did put commercials on our things, and yesterday I checked and we made 7 cents US.
Yay.
So that's like 70 cents. That's like a little over a peso here. A little over a peso. You can't even buy a stick of gum for a peso here anymore.
No.
You used to be able to, but not anymore.
Yep.
Not anymore. Anyway, whoever wasn't here yesterday, I in interspersed in all these pictures, I put some new cars that are available here that are small cars with the 4 cylinder and the manual transmission. This is a neat little car because it has a 6 speed, but all of them are under $20,000 or right around $20,000. So you can see what's available here in Mexico for that kind of money because they're not, like the Ram 700 is pretty basic, but the rest of them are power windows and air conditioning and all kinds of stuff for that kind of money.
Chevrolet says that's when I grew up. That's where I grew up. City Burlock, the Monterey Bay. Papa says interesting. Chevrolet says I lived there until 2013. Chevrolet says if you go bar flying, go see the aquarium, all ocean fish, shark, etc. Pete says you'll make more tonight. I'm watching the ads.
Oh, thank you. I won't know for 2 days though. It doesn't tell me for 2 days. I think those might be from people watching ads on other videos.
Papa says yes, the aquarium for next year.
We went to the aquarium in Veracruz when we were there earlier this year. Not this last trip, but the one before. And it's interesting.
It was nice.
Exit through the gift shop.
They had
and they
sharks.
actually got her. Mrs. Spec bought something there.
Of course. Papa says, sorry, Cerebro says Mazda pickup. It takes a long time for the message to show up here.
They do sell a new Mazda pickup here, but I didn't put it in here. There's a brand new Mazda pickup that they sell here in Mexico.
Pablo says July 4th will be on Sunday next year.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It was bad enough being on Saturday this year. People have more time to plan their fireworks blowing off their little shows.
The car says yellow is nice, not boring, white and silver.
That car, that it comes in that special color and also comes in a green, which is the launch color. And we got picked up by an Uber driver driving one of those. It was a brand new car, and it had quite a bit of room in the back seat. So it's not a cramped car or anything. It's a Chevrolet Aveo. I'm not sure where it's made or what if it's Chinese or whatever. Most of them are these days, but yeah, it was a pretty decent car for that kind of money.
Dean says based on a Isuzu D-Max Silver. Papa says my coworker will get her tumbled pink granite rocks. I promise. Cute. Fernando says hi to Dean.
Are you talking about in where I posted it, CD Burlock? Yeah, that's when we were in Mazatlan. I took pictures of that truck when it was sitting out in front of a dealership. It had a dealer plate on it, so somebody was using it to run around. Yeah, that's a new Mazda pickup.
Papa says Grandpa ran a rock shop, so it rub off on me. Bob the Campos here.
No, it's not.
Bob is nosy.
That must be Kim.
Kim is here.
Hello, Kim, in disguise. Beetle. Beetle. What?
Beetle.
Hmm. By the end of the run, these cars were called just simply Volkswagen sedan in Mexico because the new Beetle had been out since 1998. So they just called it a sedan.
Dean says look, the old Ford Ranger and Mazda BT50 pickups. They are even built in the same factory. Chevrolet says how did he post that if he's sleeping? Papa says
Somebody stole his. Somebody hacked his account. Straight bullet.
Sleep like oh, like the old Ford Rangers.
I've never heard Mazda call it a BT50 though.
Why are you dirty here?
It was a B3000, a B2300, stuff like that. I don't know where the T and the 50 came from.
Why is your calf dirty?
I don't know because probably because I was out walking around the Plymouth. She's filthy.
Don't call her that.
She's
Bajos is,
dirty.
Bajos is cracked windshield.
Is that on the Beetle? I didn't notice. If it's on the Beetle, it's like 700 pesos. It's like $35 for a windshield for these.
Surrounded to synchronized commercials, bastards. The brother says, did you get my link to Andy's video on the 1985 he was looking at?
I got the email, yes. But if he gets your email, then he'll contact me if he wants one. But he does know me by name through Uncle Tony. We see him on either the Wednesday lives on Shane's channel or where else?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Sometimes he pops in there on Slant Daily Garage.
When he says, there was a car accident here where I live and hit a parked truck, a big one, pushed the truck into a van, pushed them both 30 feet or more, and they flipped on their roof on a 35 speed limit road.
They must have been flying down that street. I'm gonna guess it was a very young driver, and maybe even the car did not belong to them.
After says, ouch. Silverlock says, Dean, B4000 was a 4-liter V6 gas hog.
It wasn't a gas hog. I bought a new Ford Ranger with that engine. It was garbage, but I bought it.
After says, the mighty Super B.
This one would be just a duster, Wildfly. He has it dressed up. He put other bucket seats in it though.
It says in New Zealand and Australia, the Ranger got a Mazda Losenge badge and BT50 model name, like the old B1600 and B1800, B2000, B2000, B26000, B3000,
100,
26, what?
2200, 2600.
Dilo tú, puedes saber. A ver si sabes tanto. A ver, a ver.
B3000, B4000. Sort of Navajo idea. Navajo was Navajo.
Navajo. I know what Navajo is.
Navajo is
I know what Navajo
is the 2-door Explorer that Mazda sold, only 2-wheel drive.
Well, but it's the Slant 6, give it away.
Yeah. And the shifter on the column gave it away before you saw the engine.
The says the Mustang he was looking at was sitting he had to be jump started. Tires were low.
Yeah, but it's probably close to him and he's gonna save a lot of money.
Dean says the Cologne 4-liter, 160 horsepower OHP.
Mm-hmm. The one that I bought in the new Ranger burned oil like crazy, and Ford says that's normal. We're not going to fix anything.
It says those look like Corvette wheels.
Yes, they do, but they're not, because Corvette wheels would not fit on a Mopar. Those are from a Dodge Magnum, 1981 or 1982, and those wheels only came on the Magnums.
Dean says like 10 green bottles. B10.
B10. Dot dot dot.
Fernando says, ooh, nice storm charger.
It is a base model though. It doesn't even have power windows. But somebody kept it nice and put those wheels on it.
Is there a charger on the boat yet?
No, on the 16th.
Okay, so it's not very observant today. Was watching the Stoner Gump channel earlier. Blake Carafano says chrome. Okay, I just got that message. Blake Carafano says chrome wheels look good on a Ram Charger.
Yeah, they bring out the color of it.
Josh Holman is here.
Hello, Josh.
Chevrolet says, do they let you ride mini bikes? Sorry, I got a message.
Do they let you ride mini bikes on the street over there, Dean?
Sorry.
You have to do that every time?
Yep. When this there was a baby and 2 adults and refused treatment I think they were drinking.
Well, did they get arrested? Did the driver get arrested? They're not going to let that go.
They were drinking, and there was a crash.
Where's the zapper?
And I haven't charged it since I got it.
I dare you to pass in front of the television again, Mosquito. I dare you.
Should I grab your bottle?
Dean says, Vilefly, my kind of channel. Do they play Kuyus? Kuyus?
They play Kuyus. Oh, it passed again.
I was reading.
Sí, me di cuenta. Dean says, we have a cul-de-sac. Anything goes. After the Stoner Comp has his spicy candies, so sometimes he has to hang out on the couch. To the couch.
Oh, spicy candies.
Yeah, spicy candies. So it says nice. I haven't had any kind of spicy candies in a while. Cerebral says my buddy had a 4-liter Mazda pickup, gutless, and and a gas hog.
To be fair, no matter what I was driving, I never paid attention to how much gas it was using. When the gauge got down to a certain thing, I'd put more fuel in it. So I didn't really care. Most of my cars were 60s with big blocks in them, so I didn't really pay attention to how much gas they were using.
Dean says my neighbor's son has an electric Jeep built for his 3-year-old. He's awesome over a curb. Papa says edibles. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we got it, Vilefly.
I never had edibles, but I've had. But I haven't had them in a long time because now I'm on medication, so I can't have it. Dean says desert. Stoner rock band from California.
Desert.
Willie Carafano says, wonder if Dash is cracked under the dash cover.
Probably.
Dean says, you can eat sound, Barfly. Ask Michelle.
I would bet it is, buddy. Unless they kept it really nice and the cover is to make sure it doesn't crack in the sun. But they sell fiberglass replacements here, so some people have already done that in their trucks.
Chevrolet says, an electric, an electric mini Jeep might be what I need. Dean says, some really good cactus too. You can eat cactus. That wasn't a question, that was a statement. You can eat cactus. Pablo says, if you can take some spicy candies and go to Target, you are an astronaut. I never left the house, so too many ways to get in trouble if you leave the house.
Yeah, not really legal here. So stop admitting to crimes.
I didn't. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Nobody's listening to us.
Except for the feds on my phone.
Oh, this is the school bus I put on here. Or no, wait a minute. It isn't. It isn't.
When the English says that I don't know, they are investigating. That I don't know, they are investigating.
Did it happen right now?
Sorry, spelled it wrong. Will the drill is here?
Hello, Will.
Papa says classified candies. Got it. When English is spelled wrong. Silverlock says so. Mrs. Spec knows the lingo. Edibles. Yes,
everybody does. I have watched Tulsa King.
I also know what an upside down pineapple is. So, Mr. Spec didn't know what an upside down pineapple was.
I still don't.
You don't know what an upside down pineapple is? It identifies you as a swinger.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay. No upside down pineapples for me. Just out of my reach. Try again.
Dean says, angry astronaut, stay angry about space, get agoraphobia. Alpha says, that's a cosmonaut theme.
Now the mosquito knows I'm after him.
Dean says, Wendy makes, I don't know if it makes It or makes I think. Will says, "Do you think the world would be a better place without narcissists?" I mean, yes.
If we didn't have narcissists, there would be no politicians, there would be no actors, there would be nobody that creates things for us. So I don't know.
I think they would still be there. They would just be boring. So Will says, "What are you guys talking about? Nothing."
And Kim says it's totally a thing.
Yeah, see? Michelle says, "I think it's just called selective hearing."
I've had that all my life, Michelle.
Buffalo says, "Swingers, always messing up the relationships." Andrew says, "What about pineapple upside down cake?"
That's after you've done the swinging.
Yeah. Michelle says, "Hi, Buff and Kim." Campo says, "Makes this." And Dean says, "In outer space, no one can hear you speak Russian." Wendy says, "Yesterday, Saturday at 11:30." Oh, so it just
Okay.
happened.
Okay, so
Buffalo says,
I was asking if it happened right now, and they're investigating outside her house right now, deciding whether to arrest the drunk guy.
Ah, okay. Buffalo says, "Without narcissists, we wouldn't have no,
We would have no porn or strippers.
don't say that word."
Absolutely true.
Silver says, "Never heard of that upside down pineapple." Of the Campo says, St. Andrews. Silver says, "We could live without all of those people Mexican."
I'm not really interested in living in anarchy. What?
Nothing.
Why are you hissing at me, Kim? What did I do? Here's another 2026 Nissan Versa. I guess you could get the higher model with the wheels. These are wheel covers, but I'm not sure that would come with a manual. But I would rather have the manual and buy a set of wheels for the car.
Dean says, "It's a pleasure." Michelle says, "I have been turning off my device while at the shop with Pete. It's too loud for me since I'm new to actually hearing him." That's fair. Will says,
I just do it naturally because of the parents that I had. There's yelling in the house, so it just naturally turns off. Same thing with the wife.
hmm.
I have to actually ask, "What did you say?" and make her repeat it.
Will says, "I'm excited to see my Mustang after she is done being restored."
Post a video so we can all see it.
Bob says, to Wendy, just Kim.
It's Kim.
Bob says to Wendy, "It's just Kim," with a sticking S key on this keyword.
Okay. No, but it's Kim using Buff's account.
That's what
Yeah.
I was trying to explain.
Uh-huh.
Buffalo says, "So while narcissists can be a pain, they do have a fun side. They're entertaining, I guess."
Mm-hmm.
Will says, "Imagine the V6 was shoehorned in the Nissan Versa." Question mark. It's a question.
Do
Michelle
they even
says,
have a V6 anymore?
"Look at you." City Block says Mexican Spec, like Ayn Rand.
And Ryan. And
Spell it.
I've never read that, so never had any interest in it.
Joshua says, "It wouldn't fit, but it would make the car quite a rocket."
A Honda Civic can already do 140 miles an hour, get away from a Dodge Charger in Arkansas. We don't need little cars that can go that fast.
Dean says to Kimbergini, "It's always nice you can use his user IDs while he's being an abstract." Will says, "You may have to excuse my emotions since I will be overwhelmed with the fact Kathy will be as beautiful as ever."
I think it's Katie.
Kitty?
Mm-hmm.
Steven says, "How much are those Nissans?"
They're a little under $20,000.
Stray Bullet says, "You could put it in the back, Josh."
Oh, okay. You're talking about an engine. Okay.
What were you thinking?
I don't know.
Uh huh.
I don't know
Uh
what. I don't
huh.
remember what I had to read back to see what he was answering. You can put
Sure.
it in the back, Josh.
Sure.
Well, Stray
Sure.
Bullet, what are you talking about?
Uh huh. Or Stray Bullet. Balfour says, otherwise known as a type 3 personality, identifies positively with the mother figure in their lives, mama's boy and girls. This is the origin, so I'm missing that is not a miss, but basically.
Is that is not missed.
That is a miss, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Dean says, I won't put a flea in Buff Del Campo's ear. And Balfour says, narcissists are the unhealthy type 3. Typo. Mm, Travel says, everything is around 20K in Mexico.
No, I'm just showing the entry level cars that still come in a small engine with a manual transmission that almost all of the manufacturers, with the exception of Ford, offers to the public in Mexico. In the US, you can't even find a manual car if you wanted to drive on the low end. Just to save money, save gas, all that stuff. You just can't find one.
Dean says, wrap your hands about my inguns. I don't know what inguns is. Pablo says, the fly nose.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle says, we're wrapping our change. We've been saving right now into rolls. Sorry, not fully engaged, but trying.
That's fine. I used to do that too. Here, you would think, you come to Mexico, a lot of coins are used here.
A lot.
So the stores, they will, like 5 peso coins, they'll put scotch tape around 5 of them. So they know that's 25 pesos, 25 pesos, 25 pesos. There's no long tubes anymore, anything like that here. They just, do it in five, 5 1 pesos is 5 pesos.
Don't let her miss the count. You gave him the numbers. Chevrolet says, you should go to the casino, Michelle. Michelle says, we're at 41 right now.
They don't take coins at casinos anymore. Everything is putting bills in, and you get
A card.
a card or something, or a receipt to go get your money.
Dean says, I'm very happy to have all sorts of other dysfunctional character types in addition to mine. Welcome, y'all.
Hmm?
Dean says, Bruce Springsteen misquote. Sorry.
Buddy says, "What's the most high-end car you could buy new in Mexico?" They sell them all here. They sell Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Rolls Royce. They sell everything here.
Yep.
Porsches. You'd have to be crazy to buy one, but they still sell them. I see them for sale here. Like in cities like Guadalajara, you see a lot of Mercedes and BMWs on the road, a lot of the high-end Audis, a lot of stuff. They're very expensive cars here.
Cityblog says, well, a three rotor Mazda rotary will fit. Maybe two rotor for sure. Dean says, shits. Michelle says, haha, I haven't been to a casino in years. Chevrolet says, you can cash them in Mexican.
Yeah, that's true.
Police says, to City Burlock, but will a five rotor fit? This is the question. Firefly says, I haven't been to a casino in years for a reason. Gambling is so boring to me.
I
Yeah.
I can do it on my computer for free. I lived in Vegas for 10 years. That was plenty for me. I don't need to do it again.
When casinos got allowed here, because they were actually outlawed here in Mexico, when casinos got allowed here, Mr. Spec took me to the casino, and I don't know what the appeal is. Honestly, it's just pushing a button and see what happens.
Well, it was more engaging when I moved to Vegas because they still had the machines you had to put the money in. And my favorite machine was the IGT poker machines that did not hold credits. When you win something, it comes out. If you get the high jackpot, they have to pay you, but generally, just about everything comes out. In coins, your fingers turn very black because money is very dirty. But nowadays, you put the bill in, and you're just pushing the button because it's not money; it's just credits on a screen. So you don't really feel like you're losing anything. There's just nothing interesting about it.
I'd rather play Sudoku or Mahjong on my phone.
Overbuilt is here. Hello,
Hey,
Overbuilt.
Overbuilt. Michelle says it's fun to see how much you collect in change. Yeah. Dean says, Artie Lynch, you can mix gambling with substance abuse. Thumb your nose at it all. Yeah,
You do
actually.
not want to go into a casino and accept their free drinks and then sit down at a blackjack table or a poker table or anything, because the whole point is to get you drunk enough so you're not paying attention to how much you're losing.
Policarpo says, gambling is only fun if you win. Yeah. Michelle says, I washed my hands 3 times for so far.
Yeah, money is very dirty.
But
Very
do you
coins are very
don't you
dirty.
have some gloves? I always have not latex gloves, but
No,
the other
no,
ones.
you
What are
cannot
they?
do it with gloves because you have to feel each coin going in.
Going
You
into what?
into the paper tube. She's rolling her change.
Ah, into paper
Yeah,
tubes.
she's rolling her. She has to put 50 pennies and then she has to close it. And yeah,
You can't do it with gloves.
no, because you have to feel how many, one, two, three, four, how many are going into the tube.
Can't you count them and then do it? Well,
Yes, but you
anyway,
still, as they're going in, you need to verify that it's correct.
I will try to with gloves regardless. But anyway, um, Silverlock says the big payouts are paid at the machine in cash. Dean says, overbuild, please experiment with the time out facility in our lab, but it 3.
Laboratory.
Yeah,
Laboratory.
laboratory. And Dean says, overbuild, Believe says overbuild. Pablo says, card tables in Vegas are doomed. They're super fast with the cards and sneaky.
There's a way to walk out of the casino with money, especially when you're at the table. And if you stick to it, then you can walk out with money.
Are you gonna
But
share that way or no?
most people get their emotions into it and they just keep pushing out, pushing out, pushing out. I'm due for a win. No, that doesn't happen. That does not happen.
You're not owed anything.
No, and you don't deserve anything.
Dean says, white gloves or Velcro. Maybe white gloves. I don't use the latex gloves. I use the other ones. Um, but anyway, Michelle says we do, but we are very big on washing hands before touching anything. Also going to cars when fixing. Yeah. Pablo says the card tables in Kansas City are slower and more reasonable.
There's casinos everywhere now. The
Yeah.
only thing is here, the casinos here, they don't have table games. They don't have poker machines. It's all the digital, with
Slot machines.
slot machines with the screens and all, and 27 lines that you can win on and all kinds of stuff. So you're pushing the thing.
That and the bingo.
Yeah. Here's this one right here is a school bus that was used for years to take kids to school. Pay attention to the inside of it. People actually sent their kids to school in this thing. There's only 3 pictures of it. They didn't post anymore. This is the color of the school buses here, no matter what kind of van it
Well, they're
was.
not actually a school bus.
They just threw the kids in here, put them on benches. They sit up there, they sit down there, they sit against the lot there, and they sit facing backwards. They can get a whole bunch of kids in there, and they get paid for that.
They're not technically a school bus.
They were used to take kids to school.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
why it
not a
was that
school
color.
bus. It's over there against the wood.
Read.
Anyway, but Stable says crabs has the best odds. You mean crabs with a B? What's it called? Crabs or crabs
Crabs with a P.
with a P?
Uh-huh.
I always thought it was with a B.
No, crabs is something else you get when you go upstairs with the prostitute.
Or food, but whatever. Stable says unless you can find a single deck blackjack game and you know how to count cards.
Yeah, Las Vegas does not have very many single decks anymore. They can tell when you're counting. That's what my dad did, and they didn't like it.
Michelle says, yes, but you're still touching other people's germs. Gotta practice hand washing regardless. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After says, oh, I can do the blackjack tables and slowly but certainly increase my money, but I make more money doing real work or selling junk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dean says, Corporal Klinger had a gear set of white gloves, and Robin Williams' hair arms, great for socialization at the table.
This is the Toyota entry. into the small car manual transmission, which is the Yaris, which now looks like a regular car. Actually has the instruments in front of the driver, but it's available here under $20,000.
Dean says, loaded crafts? Liberlock says, you have to pick the right machine, but the machines are riggable to pay off less.
There is no such thing as the right machine.
Uh,
It pays out a percentage of what it brings in. So you don't know at what point that machine has how much that machine has taken in and if it's ready to pay out.
Uno's here, and they
Hello, Uno.
say, room for Uno Mats? Smells like a new car in here. Mind if I smoke? He has to go get his bill. 1 minute.
Pills.
Dean says, back to the Yaris. Yep. It's a nice little car. And now back to the Dart. Triple says, that screen looks like it will block your vision. It actually doesn't. Wendy says, that all? I got to get dishes done and do my laundry. Okay, Wendy, thank you for being here. Dean says, okay, I'm okay with that, but my mom was a chain smoker. Una says, did you churro yet, Mrs.? No. Is that an euphemism? Did I eat a churro? No. I ate dates. I'm eating dates. I love dates. Yeah, that roof.
No, you don't go outside. Only cats go outside.
Wendy had to leave.
Bye, Wendy.
And they're complaining about phone. They're mentioning the roof of start.
The mod top? What's wrong with the mod top? You want to be like everybody else?
But technically, they just said that roof. They didn't say anything else. Michelle says, that looks like my Uncle 68 Roadrunner.
It is a bit smaller though, Michelle. It is a Dart. Nice condition, but 110,000 Canadian dollars for the car? I don't know.
One says, is date Euphrates? What's Euphrates? An euphemism?
I don't know.
No. Dates is a fruit. Is it a fruit?
Yes, it's a fruit.
It's a dried fruit. Michelle says, not a top though. Dean says, date turra. Jose says, poses with his basalt rock. Deborah says, this girl tonight was streaming a movie and the screen came up with a message. Policy violation. Only time I have seen that.
Tell her to reset it. This Beetle here, this black one, since 1994 was the 40th anniversary for Mexico. For Volkswagen being in Mexico, they brought out all these special editions. This one is a Fire Beetle. It came with special wheels. They're only Fire Beetle wheels. Special interior. It only came in this one car, and the black. They didn't sell black Beetles. This was the only black Beetle up till that point that was sold with this special interior and these special wheels.
Michelle says, ouch, and I don't think he's selling his for 110,000.
It's Canadian dollars though, so it's only like 80,000 or 80,000 US or so.
Are Australian dollars less or more than American dollars?
Canadian is less.
Okay.
You need more Canadian dollars to buy a US dollar.
Triple says she's in big trouble today.
The guy that I talked to, he's in Texas. He's been importing Volkswagens for a while. He said these special editions don't mean anything to anybody in the US, which I find hard to believe. There's a whole lot of special editions from 1994. And then the last year too, they had the the spring edition, I think.
Springer.
No, the spring edition, I think something like that. And it came in this light green or this baby blue. Maybe it was lighter than baby blue. Like springtime colors. So they're hard to find though. Maybe it's summer.
Silver says only a factory 426 Hemi in an old Dodge could be worth over CA 100K.
No, original Hemi cars are well into the six digits. Well into the six digits now. So much could be done to dress up this 56 Chevy. But not going to be me. Where did the don't doesn't the license plate go on the trunk on these cars? I don't even see any holes to put a license plate on this thing.
I don't have any more big. I mean, they're over there. What are they?
On one of the Facebook groups that I follow, somebody posted a really nice 96 Beretta Z26 in red. Had a few cosmetic issues and stuff. They want $5,000 for it, and these people are coming in saying, "No, that's a $3,000 car. They're not going to get any more than that." So I challenged them on it. Like, how do you come up with that? How do you come up with only $3,000 for a nice looking car? A nice looking, nice driving car, 130,000 miles, not too much for a 96, 30 years old. How do you figure $3,000? You can't buy anything for $3,000 anymore that has nice paint, nice interior, that runs well. It's just not a thing. Because I asked the guy, "What year are you living in?" And he's like trying to challenge me that I don't know about values of cars, like I haven't been buying and selling cars for the past 40 years.
Silver says that's what he said. I don't know to what. I missed it. Silver says Michelle won Canadian dollar is 75 cents US.
So 25% off.
Silver says I drove my mom's 57 Chevy into the neighbor's bushes when I was a toddler. Let me
Are you using the word drove
mute
like
my phone.
loosely?
Sorry.
Because you weren't if you were a toddler, you were not reaching the pedals. Michelle, he's only asking 40,000 for a Roadrunner? Huh. It seems that they do more than that. I'd have to check classic.com. Classics.com? One of
Mm-hmm.
them. It has sold cars there.
56 Chevy says Revolut. Michelle says I think he's asking 40K. City Burlock says Bareback the Gambler just hit 3 jackpots this weekend. He posted them. What?
I understand how Mrs. Spec likes to watch people play video games, but I have no desire to watch people gamble. I was there for 10 years. That was plenty for me.
I wouldn't hate if I was in a waiting room to watch the poker games, but like the ultimate poker games.
No, but we're talking about machines.
Yeah, no, those are not. Michelle says I have to ask him to be exact, but I'm pretty sure. Chevrolet says no. I was driving back then, Mexican.
Sure you were, because they screwed wood to the pedal so you could reach it, right? Straight bullet?
Papa says I was dreading going back to work in 90-degree weather. Peak temperature in Minnesota was 88, and they called in a heat warning for it. Does not count as hot weather down here. Chevrolet says AI was good at it too,
I
or
was
I was
good.
good at it. Sorry.
I knew how to drive by the time I was about 10. I was watching, always watching. Didn't matter if it was manual or stick. I mean, manual or automatic. I knew what to do and how to do it. In our family car, you had to pull up on the gear shift lever farther into park for the car to start. I learned that. I knew all that stuff.
Sorry, read that one, please.
But he says, don't know how people could watch golf. Me either. Me either. Life's too short to watch golf. CD Burlock says, pros playing poker is interesting.
Thing.
We're actually not watching them play poker. We're watching them
Yeah.
to see what their tells are, to see if they're picking up the tells of the other people, to see if they're bluffing, stuff like that. It doesn't matter what the cards are. Gray Bullet says, the damn bushes were in my way. Well, I hope you took them down. Teach those bushes a lesson. Firefly says, okay, can't stay awake any longer.
Sorry.
Good night, Firefly.
Good night, Firefly. Take
Thanks.
care.
Next week, we're going to buy
We're gonna buy
more pork chops, and we'll see how that goes. I keep missing the mosquito.
Don't worry, Daddy.
I'm gonna sit closer.
Okay.
Michelle says it's because of the humidity and people up here in Minnesota panic. I'm gonna knock over my drink, trying to hit a mosquito. Happened before, it'll happen again. What is this? It's getting
Michelle
wise to
says
me.
it's because the humidity and people up here in Minnesota panic.
Mm-hmm.
Uplifts his hand.
Firefly says, let the pork chop experiments continue.
See.
For next Sunday, I'll try to get Mrs. Spec to put them in the brine on Friday night so they can be in there for 2 days, or at least one full day, and see how that goes. We're only going to buy 5 of them this time, not 6. Come on, mosquito, come back. I promise I won't do anything.
I promise. Michelle says, I love that old red car.
I wish they were worth something. I would love to specialize in these AMC type cars, the Hornet.
How old is that car?
It's a 76. 76 or 77.
It's not that old. How dare you, Michelle?
50 years old.
So? You're older than that, and I called you old.
Here's the Hyundai version of the entry level car, the i10. You can get it in a 4-door sedan like this one or a hatchback. Both of them come in stick shifts. And they don't use any fuel. I mean, they get really good mileage, especially with the manuals.
Triple says, I always put pork rub on my pork chops and barbecue them.
We don't have a barbecue. At least we have one, but we don't use it to barbecue. We use it to burn stuff.
Which we will do later today. Triple says, and you need to have applesauce to go with the pork chops.
No, thank you.
The only applesauce I like is the baby applesauce because it doesn't have that much sugar. The other applesauces have like tons of sugar.
Sugar is good. No. Everybody needs more sugar.
But apples already have sugar.
Ah, gotcha. You think you're going to be slick and sit on the wall?
Right on top of you. Michelle says, it's been 29 for 19 years now. I've been 29 for 19 years now.
That's fair, the way to do it.
Fair. I want to stop changing years, but Mr. Robinson won't let me.
What do you mean? What do I have to say about it?
You keep reminding him my age.
That's because you're not any good at math.
You should lie to me.
Lying takes forethought, which I don't have. I'm always honest because that's the only thing I can think of.
Rude.
The mosquito was taunting me. It was right above my head on the wall, on the arch. So it is gone now. But it's probably not the one that was flying around. So let's keep watching.
They do like to hang out on that cable or on this.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. They'll come back. They'll come back. With a car like this, I would suggest getting the original wheels, a set of the original wheels back on it, and original size tires. Because I don't like these. They're wider tires, but they're smaller. Do the math.
What math?
Do the math.
I'm lying, but being honest, you just have to do the math. I can't. It's difficult because I was born in a year with a 9.
That makes it easier.
It makes it more difficult to me.
It makes it easier because you just move up 1 year, you figure that out, and add one. So Ebola says, Tony says you can't get parts for AMC cars, and I believe him. There's a place in Kenosha that has a whole warehouse full of NOS parts, and they're on the internet. I don't know if he knows about it, but it's there. He may be talking about the Jeeps, which are not necessarily an AMC vehicle because so many companies bought them after that.
My ear is itchy.
But if I could specialize in AMCs, the ones we have here, the VAMs, I would do it. I would do it, but nobody wants them. Nobody wants to spend any money on
I'm
them
at 37.
because they're great driving cars. Yes.
Okay. So says Tony says that you can't get parts for AMC cars, and I believe him.
See, there's the selective hearing because I already read that and answered him.
Sorry.
She has it too.
I was scratching my ear because it itches.
You don't have to tell them everything.
My ear itches.
Somebody's talking about you. And it's not me. There's places that sell all the little things for these Mustangs too, these Fox body Mustangs, but they want so much money for every little thing. It's crazy. The center console and the lens for the interior light, which I could get from my supplier too. We have them too, but still.
Jules is laughing at me.
She's laughing at you. Yeah, she's laughing at you. She has to be laughing at you.
Well, you don't have to rub it in. So weird. Don't. Thank you.
Oh.
I want juice. Oh, another thing that the pills are gonna do to me, they're gonna make me even more thirsty. So now I have 3 pills that I have to take care of to not dehydrate.
Great. Michelle, I'm laughing my ass off while Pete is rolling his eyes. You can laugh too, Pete. That's okay. Maybe it's not time for me to sell Fox body Mustangs to the US yet. There's still too many of them roaming around out there, and people want to pay very little money for them.
Michelle says, I'm not laughing at you, Mrs. Spec. See, she's not laughing at me.
Sure, she's going to tell you that, of course.
It's okay if you're laughing at me, Michelle.
People don't want a unique looking car, I guess. They want a car that everybody else has. So nobody's hit me up for a Mexican Mustang.
He's trying so hard not to laugh.
Laughing is good. It releases endorphins.
Yes.
Nature's own drugs. Why is there a mosquito in here?
No sé, bebé. ¿Por la cubeta?
Is there any water in there?
Sí.
There shouldn't be. Clean it out because I don't think any more water is going in there.
No sé.
I don't hear any dripping or anything.
No sé.
Us girls got to stick together. Not necessarily.
¿Por qué no?
There are no tribes here. Buddy,
except when it's against
people
me.
should radio in car when selling hole and dash. Makes car look bad. Yeah, they pull out their stereo and just leave it like that. They shouldn't have cut the hole in the dash in the first place. There's 2 Beetles that I saw, one here and one that I published today, They left the block off plate in the dash of a Beetle, and they put the stereo system underneath the dash, so they didn't mess with the dashboard at all, and that was nice.
So what it says, the 4.8 Fox body Mustangs aren't that popular here.
Well, they are, but not as popular as the newer ones because they had more horsepower, they had fuel injection, they had all kinds of stuff. Everybody wants a unique car to take to their car show. But just I haven't gotten a smart person yet that is asking me for a Mustang because they would blow everybody away at a car show with one of those Mustangs with a Capri front end. People would be going by, hey, did the car get hit in the front? You put a Capri front end on it? No. He'd have to be explaining to everybody, no, this is the way it came from the factory. No, it didn't come from the factory like that. Mercury never made Capri coupes. You're right. Mercury didn't. Ford Mexico did. CD Burlock, Miss Mexican Spec. When you lived in Oregon or Washington, did you notice the sun sets later? Yes, I did, and that was a huge problem because I normally didn't think about food until the sun went down. I didn't think about dinner until the sun went down. So I'd be sitting in my apartment in Oregon it was on the Idaho border, and it's 9 o'clock at night when the sun's just going down up there, and there was no place to go eat anything because everything closes except for Domino's Pizza. So I ate a whole lot of Domino's Pizza when I lived there. A lot. My cat and I ate a lot of Domino's Pizza when I lived there. It is a pretty nice car, buddy. Even has power windows. No guarantee they work, but they're there because it is a Ford. I would not want power windows on a Ford.
The car front is nice Galaxy.
Yeah, that's what I'm answering.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody put a Pinto shift lever in it, but other than that, looks like it has air conditioning.
I'm starting to disassociate.
Under the dash air conditioning. Very small for such a big car though. Dr. Spec would not feel any of that in the back seat. A tiny little thing. The bench seat would block it anyway. But hell, what the hell? Kids don't need air conditioning. They have to earn it. The wire wheels are not my favorite, and Mrs. Spec doesn't like them because she has to clean them.
I don't like him. Excuse you.
There was one of those Galaxies. It wasn't a convertible. Yes, it was a convertible. It was a convertible. It was in a state called Aguascalientes. It had what did it have under the hood? It had the 426. No, it had the big block tri-power under the hood. A red Galaxy just like that. And the VIN even said that it had that from the factory. And I was just studying. I wasn't selling cars at that time because that would have been a great car to send back to the U.S. Great car.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I'm starting to disassociate.
Yeah. We only have 300 pictures left.
Well,
Go eat a muffin.
can I have more dates?
I don't care. Remember, the store doesn't have them anymore, so if you eat them all, you don't have any more. CD Burlock says, I had to look up in AccuWeather to find out Washington sundown is 9:30 p.m. I was a little bit south from that, but I was like halfway up the state of Oregon on the Idaho border. Michelle says, I agree, Mrs. Speck. Cleaning up the wheels are not fun.
I know, right?
Especially when they're wire wheels like that. But better her than me. I'll just cry arthritis and then she has to do it. I'm CD Burlock. I'm talking about a Ford engine, not Chrysler. It was in a 63 Ford Galaxy. A 406. It was a 406. A 406 with a tri-power. I think there was an engine bigger than that. Stray Bullet says all of the FE engines are considered to be big blocks by everyone except Dean. Yeah, but I meant it didn't have the 289 in it or anything. It had the four. I think it was a 406. 406 with a tri power. I forgot what transmission it had in it, but it was very reasonably priced for what the car was, and it was a convertible. Another special car I saw around that time, I wish I had somebody that wanted it. It was a 64 Chrysler Letter Series 300 that used to belong to the president at the time. He imported it.
What is that on the window?
That is for cool air. That's what we were talking about yesterday.
Ah.
The car had a factory 4-speed in it, which how rare is a 64 Letter Series with a 4-speed in it? But it was there. It needed work, but still it was there. Look who's here.
Who's here? Tavo, hi Tavo.
Hola, Tavo. ¿Cómo estás?
No soy gringo.
He's talking to them.
Ah, bueno. We're not gringos. Neither are you.
Nope. 428 was the biggest FE, but not in 63, Stray Bullet. In 63, it was 406, and I can't remember if there was one bigger than that.
How are you?
Why is Dean saying 2889? I don't know. If you buy a van from a place called VW Performance, can you expect performance upgrades on the engine? Or is that assuming too much?
No, I would expect that.
406 is an FE, I think. Isn't it, Dean? Isn't a 406 an FE?
No block?
Mercury, Edsel, Lincoln. It's an FE, I think. And here's Kia's entry into the new car, which is a K3 made in Mexico, only for Mexico. So yeah, it also has a stick shift. Yeah, 406 is an FE. Yeah. But that would have been a very valuable car to put it back into really nice condition with a factory tri-power on it. 3 2-barrels. It was a hot car. And who knows if it ever sold. Maybe they just took it off the market. Who knows? But it was quite a few years ago.
Dean, are you okay?
Why? He's talking to Tavo. Tavo understands that probably.
Michelle says, I'm heading to bed now. Glad I joined. It was so much fun. I'll see you all soon.
Good night, Michelle.
Thank you for being
We
here.
will see you soon.
Silver says, finally, Google Ads. Yeah, I get them all the time. That's like basically all I get. Google Ads and beer places.
Because we're in Mexico?
Yep.
Okay. It's the YouTube said that on the ad thing, my video would have to be over 8 minutes for them to put an ad in the middle of the video. So any videos that you see that are under 8 minutes is not going to have an ad in the middle of it. I mean, for anybody.
It should.
It well, yeah, it shouldn't because they don't put it. Because I the video that I made that showed the last 9 cars that I sold was only 6 minutes and something because I was waiting for the ad in the middle, but then I realized it's not long enough for them to put it in there, so they didn't. I got to start putting out some longer videos so they can put the ads in there and stuff.
That was a very much better quality than the Korean.
Yeah. They sell the K3 here. They sell the K4. I'm not sure about the K5.
Soy Carafano says, sounds like more people in Mexico can drive stick shift than in the USA.
Oh,
Probably.
definitely, definitely. It's a thing here.
Yeah.
You teach your kid how to drive stick.
Chevrolet says, you need to make longer videos, Mexican. Yep.
Yep. I just have to figure out how to do it because what I'm doing is just a video per car, and there's not much to say about each car. I don't want to go into a history lesson about each and every car that I in video that I make because it'll get repetitive if I do two Volkswagen Beetles, then it's going to be the same information on both of them, apart from the individual information for that particular car.
Chevrolet says, Dean, is it real or the Matrix? Cabo says, what's that?
That's what the badge
That's what
says.
the back
K
says.
backwards N. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they thought that was smart.
Yeah, but for my, I recognized it, but my brain just freeze, and I was like, I know that name, I know that name, and I just like,
Yeah,
I can't remember what it was.
what it says. But there's a few trucks coming up that Tavo you'll probably recognize.
I have a question.
Do you?
How do you spell the backwards N? How do you put it in the keyboard?
I don't know. Those guys over in Australia and New Zealand have all kinds of stuff on their keyboards that nobody else in the world has.
What?
Look at all the. I mean, Dean does the backwards key K when he's talking to Lamborghini.
Pete says, Mexican, you know your cars.
I have to, Pete. It's my business. I have to know more than my customer.
It's his business and his disease.
Yes,
So,
yes, it's a disease I do not want to cure. As far as the American cars go, I had them. I mean, besides the collection of cars that I had over 100 cars, my own cars when I was living in Las Vegas in storage yards, and then I was buying and selling cars, you know, with my dealer's license and stuff.
that was it. My daughter has a Kia Sportage. I have this on her. Mr. Spec was gonna buy me a Sportage. So
You liked it,
yeah, I
but
liked it.
that was like 3 body styles ago.
Yeah, fair, fair. Trevor says, I was driving a stick shift by the time I was 5 years old. The 56 Chevy had a power glide. Polycarpano says, the 57 wagon would look good in my driveway. Too bad I can't drive.
Well, it can drive itself. Did you guys see TK's video? TK Garage's video about this lady goes and gets her nail. She's in a nail salon, right? And she's getting her nails and feet done, whatever. And she comes out and her car's gone. It was a Tesla, and she missed a few payments, so the car repossessed itself back to the dealership. That's the world we're living in now. The car drove itself back to the dealership because she missed payments.
Well, if it would have been a old car, it would have been the same, but still.
But the car drove it repoed itself.
Next thing, if you yell at your car or you slam your door too hard, it will leave you.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. They're trying to outdo each other, though. Her husband has a Volkswagen Amarok.
Amarok. Ooh, that is not a popular one. Everywhere you look on the internet, oh, that thing is terrible. It's just a terrible truck. Everybody knows that.
Oscar, what I would like to have is the Acadia, the GMC
Do they
Acadia.
even make the Acadia anymore?
I don't know, but it was a couple body styles ago. I get well, it hasn't changed.
When Vilefly comes in, ask him about the Acadia. He'll talk you out of it.
Fine.
Tavo,
No,
Tavo doesn't want to live in that world. I sent that to Mrs. Spec yesterday, and she missed the part about the car repossessing itself when I asked, what kind of person do you think that was?
I just saw it. I was with my friend.
That won't make payments on her car, but she's in a nail salon getting her nails and her feet done.
I didn't saw it. I was with my friend.
And you told me to go away.
Yeah, because I was with my friends.
A certain subset of people in the United States do things like that.
Ricardo, you deserve it. You deserve it. Pay your car payments instead of having your nails painted.
Exactly, buddy. But the car drove itself.
Triple says that
Yeah, and
one.
people are driving on the road with that car driving itself with no passengers in there.
Triple says that one doesn't have the original engine.
Probably not. The it's almost 70 years old. Almost 70 years. I had to do the math.
Do that much.
It's almost 70 years old, so I would not expect it to have its original engine. But how would you? I mean, it's not like a tow truck. She was sitting in there, sees a tow truck come and pick it up. The car just disappeared from the parking lot all by itself.
Triple says I will have to be the same type of person who will buy a Tesla in the first place.
Well, some people have priorities, and some people have other priorities.
Ricardo Francis, I guess he was a ghetto superstar.
Yes, she was.
Triple says that's why I won't buy a self-driving car.
Well, pretty much all of the 2027s are going to be self-driving cars.
Didn't Bob buy left?
Yes, he did.
I can't ask him.
No, you cannot. Next time. I presented this car to my client. He hasn't answered me because he wants one of these and he's going to put fuel injection on it and a few other things. But he doesn't want the other one because it has worn seats in it, which this one also has worn seats. But I sent him the picture of the upholstery that we can buy here. It's the exact upholstery to go in this. We can have the seats renewed with the brand new upholstery, and it'll be like it's a brand new car for a good price. And it has the bigger taillights on it. So I'm waiting for him to tell me because it is a nice looking car.
It says I just changed oil on a 2021 Acadia with a 34K on it Saturday.
So what do you think of the Acadia, Pete? Is it something you would recommend to Mrs. Spec?
It was more like a 2025 that what I was looking at, or
You were
2020.
not looking at a 2025. We were looking at things years ago.
Fair, fair. That was says I owe 0 pesos on car repayments and 0 on house repayments. I want to stay in that place.
That's a good place to be.
Triple says you never know what the car is going to do.
Nope, you don't.
It says they still make Acadias.
Oh, okay. We haven't been to the GMC dealer in a long time.
I like going there.
I do not want a new vehicle.
Do you want to take me to the dealership in my
I do not want a newer vehicle.
Instead of
Way too many computers.
instead of driving horses, we can go
You
driving
don't
cars.
drive a horse.
Instead
You
of
ride a
instead
horse.
of riding horses.
Then you jump off a horse when the horse gets it in his head to go do something you didn't want him to do. I'm sure Dr. Gonzalez still has horses if you wanted to do that by yourself.
He has one, I think.
You can't have just one horse. They get lonely.
Yes, he does. I feel bad we never invited Dr. Gonzalez to anything of ours.
Like,
Anything. Well, I guess we don't do anything.
actually, the writing may be different on this one than the original. The letters are really thin. Caribe GT. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was just a picture. You have the silver, the gray, and the black, different colors. Those go on Recaro seats because Recaro seats came from the factory. These are Recaro bucket seats that came from the factory in the GTs in Mexico. They did not in the U.S.
I suspect that it was an Acadia that hit and run my truck.
Well,
And that's when you hate them, that's
that,
not a good reason.
That should be easy to find. There's probably what, 2 or 3 of them in your whole town?
Carlos says, how many driving registered cars do you have in Mexican Spec?
1. The rest of them all have their problems. At one point, they were all running. I mean, together, all of them.
Your nails are disgusting.
That better? Why do you say that when we're on the live?
Here.
Hello, Dr. Go.
Dr. Go says, I wanted to stop in and say hello to Mr. and Mrs. Spec. I haven't missed your lives lately, but wanted to get back on track and get here out of respect for what you guys do. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you,
Go.
Dr.
We
Go.
appreciate it.
But car for the Black Mustang convertible be a good car for Mrs. Peck.
No,
That's
definitely not.
that's why I have the
The
Spirit.
AMC Spirit is sitting out front. It's the AMX, and we just have to figure out where that water leak is coming from on the engine and fix it, and fix the air conditioning and put headlights in it and do wiring and fix the passenger seat and make sure the seatbelt works and put tires on it,
And teach me how to drive.
and then it should be fine.
Teach me how to drive a stick.
It's not a stick.
Teach me how to drive.
Automatic.
Chevrolet says, aren't the Acadia the SUVs?
Yes, a very large, wide SUV, which is why it's not a good vehicle for Mrs. Spec.
That was the Chevy looks perfect for Mrs. Peck.
What Chevy?
What Chevy?
This one, 1950? No,
No.
no.
I would like
I could drive this. It's the same thing as my '63 Savoy, but
I would like a carry-all.
we would have to put air conditioning
But
in
like yeah, but like with stuff on it. I wouldn't like to just like a bare carry-all. I would like a nice
it.
not like fully on with like a I would like a stereo. Like at least a radio.
You have your phone. That's all you get.
Yeah, but put a speaker. Put a speaker so I can plug in my phone. That's all I need. And that was yeah. Dr. Bell says, I like the Ram Charger next to this vehicle.
I didn't notice a Ram Charger next to this vehicle.
So Deborah says, Uncle Tony would go broke if he lived in California, especially insurance. Yeah.
Yeah, because cops would be on his butt constantly. If he does what he says he does, and I don't think he does, which means switching the license plate from car to car to car to car. I don't think he actually does that. That can't be true, Stray Bullet, because they don't run that long. The one we were looking at was 2018, something like that. It was way before the pandemic. We were looking at them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way before the pandemic.
Fair.
So there's
yeah.
no way they're still running. Oh, that body style anyway. I couldn't imagine what they look like now.
Why would you be swinging that cat around straight with it? Stop it. Don't do that.
Anybody want a notchback Volkswagen for 640,000 pesos? That's the price this guy has on this car because it's rare in Mexico.
How much are the rice cakes?
29.
I think we should buy more.
Control yourself. How many are in the package? 16 divided by 7? Divided by 6 because you don't eat them on Friday. 16 divided by 6. So you would get
2? No, that's 8.
less than 3 because that would be 18. Practically anyone would go broke if they lived in California. Josh says, well, Stray Bullet lives there. CD Burlock lives there.
My dad.
But we don't know if your dad's broke or not.
He's asking money.
Where would we get parts for this Volkswagen engine in Mexico? I don't know. It's a completely different engine than what we have here.
Tabo says, we see notchback still out about it in us. And Kim says, Tony never gets into trouble and he does what he is telling people.
He switches license plates around from car to car.
Tabo says, along with square bags, fastbacks, not so many.
And Carmen Gias.
Triple says, maybe I have the name wrong, but they all look the same to me. Now I don't pay much attention anymore.
The Chevy Traverse is the same body style. The one we're talking about was like the thing looked pregnant. It was really, really wide, really round. You know, unnecessarily.
It was really pretty.
The thing about the Traverse is it had really small tail lights, so it enhanced how big the back of the vehicle was. It only had small tail lights there.
To be fair, the only reason why I was looking at the Acadia was because at the time I had my mother and she was sick and she was in a wheelchair. So I had to have room for a wheelchair and I had to have room for my mother in the back because she cannot sit in the front. And I had to have room for someone else to come with me to help my mother.
Right.
So I
So
had
why are you still saying you want an Acadia?
because I really like the truck, but because of something else we want.
We're not buying a new car. Stop it. CD Burlock says, can Mexican Spec see out of the 73 Mustang? Not the fastback. Nobody can. That was the whole thing.
He says Tony can talk his way out of a situation. He gives no fucks.
I don't want to see videos on that.
Well, it says Buick Enclave, same as Acadia. But isn't the
Is
Enclave a Chinese or?
Isn't that a smaller vehicle though, buddy?
Yeah, it is a smaller.
It wasn't the big body style like the Acadia was. Maybe it is now. Maybe they're all the same now. But we're talking about 2017, 2018, something like that.
No, but one of the main reasons why I was looking for the Acadia is because here in Mexico, the vehicles are really different from the vehicles in the U.S. For example, not all vehicles here in Mexico have the four-wheel drive when in the U.S. they do. Like that Jeep, that little Jeep thing that came out. What was it called? Renegade. Renegade.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the little Renegade over there in the U.S. it did came with four-wheel drive. Here it did not.
Tavo, that's Kim. That's not Buff. Kim is using his account. Buff is
So
asleep.
so we don't have that many vehicles that have four-wheel drive. So I needed a four-wheel drive because here when it rains it pours and there's really a lot of
Debris around.
no batches.
Mm-hmm.
What batches?
Potholes.
There's a lot of potholes and I needed a high vehicle for that because when you need to move, you need to move. And also for I really wanted a vehicle with cooling seats because I have very sensitive skin and I don't like that the when the air conditioning is blowing in my face. But it's really hot here as we've been telling you guys before. So I felt like the air conditioning that is cooling from behind on my back will be nicer. So that was one of the few vehicles that filled all of my checks.
Yeah, because you don't get to. They don't have the like for the Renegade, something like that. There was just one. There wasn't a higher trim level. You just got what they had.
Yeah,
You don't get to order anything. You don't get to say, hey, I want this option. No, you take what's on the lot, and that's the only thing they sent to Mexico.
like
Pilot.
the Honda Pilot. They don't have no the Honda Pilot, the smaller one, the HRV, the CRV. The CRV is the bigger one, right?
CRV. No,
This
yeah.
the CRV is the big one. They don't have it on four wheel drive here.
No. For a few, I'm not sure if they do now, but the Kia Sportage did not come in four-wheel drive either, which I'm sure it does in the U.S.
No, it did at the beginning. That's why we're looking at it as well.
Yeah, then they stopped bringing
Then
the
they
four-wheel
stopped.
drive in.
Yeah, they stopped.
I'm gonna have to look closer at this car. I'm liking it more and more. The Rally AMX. It's got to be a special model. 4.6 in it. It's got a manual in it.
When we were looking at our new cars to buy, like I said, like we said back before
Pandemic.
the pandemic, um, when I wanted to see a review on a vehicle, I had to make sure that the review was from a car in Mexico. I could not go to any of the reviewers from the US, like the magazine reviewers or any of the other guys, because the car could be completely different here in Mexico. You could have completely different features. It could not even exist here in Mexico. So I had to look for reviews here in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. This little pickup is actually a Fiat, but it's sold by Ram, called the Ram 700. It's got the manual in it. It's got, it's just your basic work truck. They do make one with a longer cab, so you can get to, 4 people in there. Mrs. Speck and I went to look at one of these because one of our customers says, hey, if you bring, we can cross one of these, and I can do a bonded title in Texas and drive it around. We went to look. It was in the 2025 model year, and they said we're not bringing in any more manuals. They're going to be all automatics. And I said, oh, well, that's interesting. So my customer would have to get a slightly used one, so because he wanted a manual. So one thing I also looked around, there's no sticker on the driver's door for the VIN. There's no VIN on the dash. There's only a VIN stamped into the body underneath the passenger side carpet. So that's the only place there's a VIN on the vehicle. So for the 2026 model year, they brought the manual back because I guess nobody was buying the automatic. Nobody here was going to want an automatic and a little thing like this. Nobody. It's a
Tribble,
liability.
Tribble says Tony's probably like Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys. By the end of the police stop, the cop is probably giving him cigarettes. So the Sportage has always been or had all-wheel drive option down under. Oh yeah, it was all-wheel drive. It wasn't four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
But
not
anymore.
No.
It's only two-wheel drive. Tribble says she needs a bright color so people can make room for her. Tribble says I drive that Fiat truck. Maybe I could sneak one over the border.
They would catch you in California though.
But Carfana says looks like they forgot to paint front bumper on that Ram pickup.
No, the base model trucks, that's the front bumper they have. You have to buy the higher model in order to get the color coded. They do that on all the vehicles here. Mm-hmm. The next Ram you're going to see is the same thing. The bigger Ram 1200. Bigger truck, but not as big as the 1500. It's the 1200. It's a Chinese truck that they're selling through the Ram dealerships. But also, it's a little over $20,000 for a decently equipped truck. 4-door, 4-cylinder, stick shift in the 1200. It's right around the $22,000 mark for a brand new truck. Good work truck too. The one I'm going to show here is a two-door with a longer bed, which is definitely a work truck.
Seria. ¿Cómo es seria?
MG Midget. I was surprised to see one here, so I included it.
Wait a minute.
But I would never want to drive it. But
okay, 16 likes.
Only 16 likes. Nobody likes us. I'm used to it though.
I like it.
Can you imagine driving this with the top down and leaving it in a parking lot and coming back to that vinyl seat?
Ay, no. Bueno. Me siento en mis pies. Like a cat on my nail.
Mm-hmm. You would burn your butt in that one. It's in good condition for an old MG. Just not a fan of the engines or anything else in it. I bought an old MG at an impound sale one time and had no idea what year it was. You can't tell anything from the VIN on the 60s cars. It wasn't a midget, it was a full size. But I don't know. I don't remember what I did with that car.
Somebody says, I just put a license plate from one of my other trucks.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll work, Stray Bullet, in California with license plate readers there. I'm sure that'll work.
No lo regañes, déjalo.
You can do all kinds of things, just you have to know how to get away with things.
Maybe if you know someone?
You have to know the law. For every rule in California DMV, they give you also ways to get around it. You just have to read the law, the rules. Which one, CD Burlock?
It's a candidate for EFI conversion.
Which one? This little Datsun wagon? I don't think EFI would help the engine that's in this car. Definitely do not think that. There's people that still have old license plates on their cars.
Silverlock says, being used to the midget and Healy Sprite we have down here, the bumpers and lights look obnoxious to the export models. On the export models.
That was Tavo said that.
Did I say Tavo? Did I say
You said CD Burlock.
Oh, sorry. Silverlock says MGB. Please decide to double. Believe where have you been? That was been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Were you taking a nap? That was but they were necessary to comply to U.S. regulations.
I don't mind them. They look good to me. You're gonna drive on the road with the kind of drivers that are over there. You want something like that in the front that'll take the impact. Somebody is going to hit you or back into you or something. Notice this is an 81 Mercury Capri with a 4-cylinder automatic in it.
I guessed it right, but he fell asleep.
Oh. And then they put Mexican wheels on it to make it look like a Mexican version.
So what it says, I'll put different badging on it. It'll be a 250.
Cops are dumb, but not that dumb. Especially when it has big RAM letters on the back of the truck.
You can change that.
Even if you take the letters off, it's still going to say RAM on there. Come on, I just saw another mosquito. Come back. Oh, you didn't make the same mistake. Come on back. I got you, but didn't zap him.
Uh-huh.
They can't stay away from me.
You're so sweet.
I put this one here, and then the next car is the Mexican version with the exact same wheels on it in the same color. But I would not want another 4-cylinder Fox body Mustang. I would not want one. I had a green one for a while.
So it says, I'll have Kim bundle over all of that rap stuff. See, he's thinking about it.
He's forgetting the fact that it's a Fiat. And the only person that Fiat's work for is Chris in New York. Kitty Burlock says, Mexican spec, the newer Ford small cars have 10-speed dual clutch, acts like an automatic. What Ford small cars? Ford doesn't have any cars other than the Mustang.
You don't have the Aveo anymore?
You mean small SUVs? What?
That's a Chevrolet. They used to have a small car.
There's no small cars in Mexico either. They're all SUVs. Yeah, they're not. They don't. No more Figos. No more Fusions. No more any cars. Other
I
than
like the Fusion.
the Mustang is the only car they
The
sell
Fusion
here.
was nice.
But they don't have it anymore.
I was looking at the Fusion.
See, this is the coupe with the same wheels in the same color, with the same front end. I can get them to you as a package deal.
Oh, by the way, my friends are looking into buying used cars.
Are they?
Because Maki is thinking about replacing her car. And Jesus is learning how to drive, and he's gonna get his driver license, and so he's thinking about buying a used car. So I was telling them, well, if you want, I can rent you Miguel for cheap. When you go to
Focus and that size here, they don't have any. They don't sell a Ford Focus anymore. That car's been dead for years and years and years. The SUVs are the only thing they sell, the small ones. Like I said, there's Ford in Mexico does not have a small manual car. They're the only ones that I found that does not. None of the SUVs have a manual in them.
Oh, in GMC.
Even the Bronco Sport. I don't even think they have a cheap vehicle anymore. I don't even think they have anything under 400 grand.
400 maybe not. Yeah. Yeah, they have the small.
No.
They have the small truck. The
what? The Bronco Sport.
The Escape.
I don't think it's not that cheap.
Yeah, they have the Escape.
No, they don't. Not that cheap.
Oh,
This car has real leather interior. Somebody spent money for a real leather interior in a Fox body Mustang. I look closely at the pictures. front and back. Somebody spent some money on this car.
Ford Territory from 500.
500. Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, so I have to put vehicles.
But that's a base price.
Autos.
There's a Mustang.
Mustang.
Mustangs are over $1,000,000 here.
Let's read the
Even the
word
four
numbers.
cylinder.
Territory. Oops.
Wait, look what it says. It says from
Sí.
559 and up.
560. 560. From 44.
CG Burlock. C note. This guy has a 4-door subcompact. I'll see if I can get a picture. I'm talking about today, 2026. Ford doesn't sell any small cars. They sell some small SUVs. But Ford is basically expensive here.
¿Dónde está la Spec?
The Territory is a Chinese SUV, and it starts at 500,000.
¿Dónde está la Escape? ¿Ya no la venden?
I guess not. There, it doesn't make any sense to sell
Explorer.
the Escape and the Bronco Sport at the same time because it's the same vehicle. How much is the Bronco Raptor?
1.
2,140,500 pesos for a Bronco Raptor, and that's the cheapest you can get one.
Okay, but the C-Note, this guy has a 4-door subcompact. I'll see if I can get a picture 2016 onward.
Yeah, but that's not a new car. I'm talking about new cars. Today, Ford has no cars to sell other
Yeah.
than the Mustang.
No.
No, there's nothing cheap at the Ford dealer.
The cheapest one was the this one.
But another thing you had it was at 499.
Yeah, at the beginning. Or it wasn't there.
The cheapest Mustang in Mexico is 951,500 pesos. The cheapest. Then it goes up from there, and I think the GTD was in the 3 million range.
Why is it 2027 cheaper than 2026?
Mm, I don't know. Hard to know what they do. But the other companies have inexpensive vehicles, so that's good.
Policarpano says, my old girlfriend had an Escort GT. Was cool, small car from 4 years ago.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. I was subscribed to Motor Trend in 1990, and with the March edition, here's the Ram 1200. You can see what it is. In the March of 1990 Motor Trend edition that came to the house, a supplemental magazine came with it, which was showing the brand new Ford Explorer and the new Escorts. So I called up a friend of mine that was working at a Ford dealer in, where was she, in Pasadena, California. And I said, I want the first electric blue 91 GT that comes on the lot. So she says, okay, it's coming in. Come over and get it. It was car number 238 that came in from Mexico. It was made in Mexico. And I bought it, picked it up. I love that car. I traded that one in for a Mustang GT. And then in 93, I bought another Escort GT in black that I used to drive from Vegas up through Utah, Idaho, into Oregon to my apartment up there. Then I would come back. Great highway car. Never failed me. Had the Mazda engine in it. All the options, the power everything, cruise control and everything, which I never used. And it was a really nice car. And I would buy another one today if I could find one.
Cerebro says the point was the 10-speed versus the older 6-speed that failed in the past.
I don't know anything about transmissions, but I'm sure they're in the SUVs. But that Escort was just a great driving car. Now, after I had, did some highway driving with my Escort, we went to the auto auction in Phoenix, Arizona, and we bought a 1990 Nissan 300ZX. And as I'm driving it back to Vegas, I'm, I get a little tired and I'm kind of like dozing off a little bit. And when I just doze off a little bit and come back, I didn't know what kind of car I was in because it felt exactly like my Ford Escort GT. There was nothing special about the 300ZX in any way. It was not the twin turbo, but there was nothing special about the 300ZX in any way. And the 300ZX was my partner's dream car. And after he drove it, he scratched it off the list. No, not a dream car, that's for sure. There was nothing special about the 300ZX at all. And this was in 93, so the car was only 3 years old, or maybe 4 years old. Nothing special about it at all. Who doesn't want a purple Dodge truck? So you see that Ram 1200, right around $20,000, you can get a nice work truck. There's nothing like that in not even the Ford Maverick. You can get that price. A work truck Ford Maverick. I mean, there is a reason for that with all the mandatory nanny assists and everything that the government's making you put on there, which is not actually for you. It's for them to be able to take over the car. Dinner's coming up. So by 2027, probably all of the cars that they sell will be able to be controlled externally 100%, which is probably another reason they're not selling any manuals because they wouldn't be able to do that. Purple interior in the purple truck. So you got three colors of purple: the paint, the floor mats, and the seats.
Okay.
If this doesn't show you it's a Mexican truck, nothing does. They love colors here, even if they don't match. At least it's a manual. No air. And a pretty destroyed windshield, I think. Windshields are cheap here, though. The guy comes out to the house, puts the windshield in. No problem.
Tengo Oscar debajo de mí.
Mm.
Tengo Oscar debajo de mí. It says that is exactly why they don't like manual transmission.
Yes, exactly. That's why everybody should be buying a manual transmission from me, like this Chevy Celebrity, 4-speed manual.
Yeah, but it says those electric slate trucks are the closest that we have to anything reasonable price here.
They said it's going to start at 25,000 straight bullet for a truck with absolutely nothing in it. It'll have air conditioning, but that's it. Then you start adding on to it from there. So it's not going to be a cheap truck.
Why would they pixelate everything inside the truck?
Huh?
In the picture, they pixelated everything around the
I
car.
don't know. Maybe they were just trying it out.
They took a picture while it wasn't in the shop. It still has tools on it and rags.
Mm-hmm. For that 25,000, all you get is air conditioning in the truck. You don't get a stereo. You don't get any options at all. That sounds like a lot of money for a truck that does not have a really large, what do they call it? A high range. No, I'm definitely not buying anything electric. They just came out with an all Mexican electric car.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's going to be, but it's basically a box on wheels. Looks like a little minivan, a K minivan from Japan.
I think it's like 150.
I bet it won't have much of a range.
No, it doesn't have much of a range. But it's just for the city. Just to go around the city. Why? No,
Does it have air conditioning?
no me acuerdo.
I
But
don't think it does.
it seats 6 people, and you can the door opens completely, and you can put in a wheelchair without folding it. Like you can bring in a wheelchair.
If anybody shows up here for Uber driving one of those, we're gonna send them on their way.
It can't. It's only for city.
Only here in the city.
Mm.
We don't go very far here. Stray Bullet, the Bonda will make it clean.
I did send you a video when they were showing it. I don't know why you didn't saw it.
I did.
Then why do you know these things?
I do know it.
The range?
I don't know. I don't remember the number. Not. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter.
Maybe a golf cart. Yeah, it's kind of a golf cart, but it's way bigger. And they're also doing a car in La Scala? No.
Tahoe has two electric minis. Would that be the Mini Cooper or Mini Cars? This looks like a fireman's truck.
Triple says, I think it might work in. That was his biggest problem with those electric minis is if you take a corner too fast, they can leave the track, and I have to fish them out of under the couch.
I had a set like that set up in my apartment. You know, the little track that goes around like that. And I was also taking care of a ferret. So as the little cars would go by, the ferret was under the couch. He'd he'd come out and grab the car and bring it under the couch with him. He'd steal the car from me. Well, he'd snatch it from me.
Did you got the bird yourself, or did you happen upon it like by
I was taking care of it for somebody else
Mm.
because they're illegal in California.
I know.
And he liked all kinds of other illegal animals.
So what is this? Do you like the towel? Um, he asked that before I was answered, I guess.
That little punk, I didn't.
The ferret?
The ferret. I
Uh,
didn't enclose him in the bathroom when I fell asleep on my bed, and I felt him climb up on my bed and take a chunk out of the side of my side here,
mm-hmm.
and then boom, he flew into the wall. As a reaction, my arm flew out, and he flew off the bed into the wall, and then went back to his bathroom. Scale. He's talking about scale, little scale cars.
Chevrolet says electric is so expensive here, and it's more expensive than buying $6 for gasoline per gallon gas.
Wasn't that the whole thing that it was supposed to be cheap?
That was a spot on, Sir Andrews, precisely the brand.
Wasn't it supposed to be cheap to charge electric cars? And then I'm watching auto auction rebuilds, and he's charging his Dodge Charger 24 Dodge Charger at the Tesla superchargers, and it ends up being like $35 to charge up his car. I didn't think it was ever going to be that much. Excuse you. I mean, isn't that how much it costs to fill up a little car? You know, like a 15-gallon tanks or something. At least in the Midwest. Where's Danny Boyd to see this truck? There's something special under the hood of this one, which is why I could never sell it to anybody. Did the picture already pass of the engine?
Yep.
I like the color though. I don't like the shifter. That's just asking for problems. The wheels look okay with it. Although the fenders are probably going to hit the wheels.
What car would you get me if you could get me a car?
You have a car.
That's not what I'm asking.
Let's see. I'd have to check to see if the Ford Pinto is still in what area? Leon? Somewhere out there.
Why a four Pinto?
Because that's where you should start. That's where everybody starts. They're good driving cars.
Mm. But I thought you said I should start with something big.
Mm-hmm.
A four Pinto is not exactly big.
Mm-hmm.
You just want a four Pinto. That's all you
You
want.
shouldn't listen to me.
You just want to have a four Pinto. What? Did I wake you up? I'm
Tavo
sorry.
said,
That was said down here. The big push on electric cars is in conjunction with the big push on charging fee free via rooftop solar. Um, issue there is people are usually home at night at work during the day.
yeah, exactly. Don't wouldn't there be batteries to store the electricity so you can charge your car from that?
Triple says, and everything wears out faster on electric like tires and brakes.
Yep. Nobody talks about that though. Nobody talks about the special tires you have to have and how often you have to replace them. There's supposed to be no maintenance on electric cars. That's what they told us. That's what they told us. Right, Oscar? Even you know that about electric cars, don't you? You sure do.
I don't know why he's waiting like he's waiting for food.
You're not getting any more food tonight. Although he does have his own bowl in there. I put the new food in the bowl, put the old food to one side, put the new food over here. He didn't touch the old food.
Mm.
He ate the new food. I'm just going to mix it all together, and you're going to have to eat it. Eat it. I like the color on this bug.
Have you changed his bowl? Is his bowl clean?
No,
Need to change his bowl.
I don't need to change his bowl. If you want a clean bowl, you clean your bowl.
Is that Oscar the Grouch?
No, he's pretty well mannered. He's dirty like the Grouch, but
He's named after the Muppet.
yeah, that's Oscar the Grouch.
Okay, yes. I didn't know her full name. Nobody present to me. Presented?
Mm-hmm.
Present?
See, we had a white Beetle earlier that the rear end was sitting really high. Now we have this blue one. The rear end is sitting really low over the tires.
The cats are outside.
Torsion bars need to be put back up on this one.
It's late at night, so they're taking advantage of the coolness of the air.
Kim says, I cannot compare electric cars based on facts or cost. The New World Order won't promote your channel doing that. They don't promote my channel now.
Chevrolet says, and they want everyone to live in tenement buildings that have no provision for solar charging or even home chargers for that matter.
Yeah, none of the stuff that they wanted would make any sense. How could everybody have an electric car? There's so many apartment dwellers. There's no place to charge them. They don't have the grid, so it just didn't make any sense.
That's how our last Beatles looked. Same lights and bumpers.
Ours too. So I hope the money that Newsom took from BYD does well for him because they're not going through with the mandatory electric cars by 2035 or whatever it was, or 2030.
Did you hear that a senator just died or someone just died?
No, I haven't really been on today.
It was a guy that was just yesterday was with the president of Ukraine, and today they were like, oh, he died of a sudden illness.
I don't know.
So I don't remember.
City Burlock says that guy lied to me. The C Max is the name of the model.
Do you guys know about that? Can you drop the name?
It was a senator,
I don't remember. It was a guy that was
a
like
politician.
it was a politician. It was the guy. I just know that he was yesterday with the president of
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham died.
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So they're still pushing that nonsense here, Mexican.
Not like they were before. The reason you're hearing about it is because of the money that Newsom took from BYD. That's why he's pushing it, but it's not going to happen.
Thank you, Steven.
I wonder how that's gonna upset the apple cart with Lindsey
So
Graham dying.
so Lindsey Graham died, and they're like, oh, he died of a sudden illness. What kind of sudden illness? Yeah, it was a sudden illness.
Well, he was very old.
Yeah. So another senator or whatever politician was in the hospital, and they're like, "Is he okay?" And they just had to post a picture, a proof of life of him. And they're like, "We're here, it's still okay, we're fine." So he didn't look too alive to me, but anyway. Well, I have to be careful with my words on political dissent. They have no idea down here. Closing down coal and gas power stations, relying on wind and solar while pushing to electrify everything. Superlosis hybrid makes sense, and all electric is not feasible. So says one state has banned gas appliances in new homes, and even replacements have to be electric.
Mm.
771. Superlosis says there's no tiebreaker.
We have a gas stove and we have a tank of gas outside the kitchen door. How many gallons is it?
30.
The 30-gallon tank,
30 kilogram.
30 kilogram, 30 kilos of gas. So when we get down, it takes us about 2 years, or a little over 2 years, to use that tank for cooking, because that's all we do with it really. So nobody's gonna tell us we can't use a gas stove here.
Yeah.
They wouldn't dare.
So what does it make? It's the same thing here, Tabo. It makes no sense. Superlosis for Congress voting.
Yeah, that's what it means. But somebody's gonna take his place, CD. Somebody's gonna take his place. That's what I'm saying to the apple cart thing. They have to put somebody in there. Now that's gonna be a whole process. Millicento. That's what this car is. Millicento.
1080?
Millicento. It's Italian. It means 1100.
Ah,
The Fiat 1100. That's what they were driving in this year, in the 50s, early 60s in
I
Italia.
really should keep up with my Italian.
It looks like a American car went through the.
His wife can fill in.
This isn't a U.S. car that went through the dryer and they turned the doors backwards. This one's in pretty nice condition for its age.
So it's around his Fiat. And
Mm-hmm.
Superlosis, it's kind of cute. It
Yeah, it
is.
is. I don't know how well it runs. I mean, it's at one of those dealers that it would run well, but I don't know about that engine. And it looks like the front turn signals need to be. Somebody needs to find original turn signals for it, because that doesn't look right.
Josh Thomas says, fix it again, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, fix it again. But if you're not going very far, I'm sure it's fine. It's either a 3 on the tree or a 4 on the tree. I don't know which. And it looks like only one, and that light should not be lit up when the headlights are on anyway. Because that looks like the right side looks like it has a turn signal that comes out, and the other one is flat. So they probably couldn't find the correct turn signals for it. But you just go to Italy. There's got to be some over there. Got to be. Got to be. Here's another one, another Ram Charger, and it's another base model with no power windows.
Superlosis, put a more modern running gear on it.
Well, if it's running well, just leave it. You're not gonna. You don't want to go any faster than it goes now.
Fernando says, like the suicide doors. Tavo says, I'd happily drive something like that around to the nearby towns.
That's what it was designed for, Taro. Just putting along slowly. See, no power windows. I'm like, There are so many of the Ram Chargers that don't have power windows from the factory. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Rose Rose is nice, right? Ram Charger.
I wonder why so many were ordered with no power windows.
Mm.
I mean, it couldn't have been that much more money to have options. It probably is stray bullet, like a lawnmower engine, because they didn't need much. You know, do you know what an old Italian town looks like? You can barely get a car like that down the street with cobblestone roads, streets. You just can't get anywhere and get in everyone's way on the 110-kilometer highway per hour highway. Exactly. Let them stay behind you.
Well, says I guess simplicity has something to do with it. That's what I was doing when I was out in the town with the green wagon. People were honking at me, and I was like, I'm not going that slow, dude. What the fuck?
Nobody. It's not gray on one side and black on the other. The picture was when he had the gray wheels on it, then he had them painted black. All of them were painted at the same time.
Fernando says, does this Ram Charger come with two sets of wheels? I like being cranky.
Nope, just one set, and I bet they're black now. Black. Black. I like the silver better. I like the original silver, which of course they can be repainted back to silver easily. I have a shop that can do that. For sure. I still haven't been able to drive one of these liquid cooled vans. Nobody's bought one yet. But when they do, see that timing belt right there would need to be replaced. That's the first question I ask. When was the last time the timing belt was replaced? Hey, we're already to the same pictures again. I think we're gonna get out of here. We're not doing live outside, are we?
No.
Mrs. Spec doesn't want to do live outside. I don't either. I'm not feeling that great.
Okay.
So we appreciate everybody being here tonight.
Why did I close it?
I don't know. We appreciate everybody being here tonight. It's been over 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and 12 minutes. We will be back next week on Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. It does look easy, doesn't it, Tavo?
I really like that.
But in order to drive one long distance, I need proof that it was changed recently, because I don't want to be out on the highway and then the engine takes a crap. So we appreciate everybody being here.
I really like that Mustang.
Say good night, Mrs. Beck.
Good night, Mrs. Beck.
Take it easy, y'all.
Thank you for being here. Bye, guys.